Welcome back to Magnolia Molasses. Welcome back, my molasses sweets. Today I want to share with you guys 10 things that I think that you should be stocking up on in your kitchen for 2023. I have a list of 10 things that I think are really important in the day and time that we live in, and with the way things are going with our economy and the state of our world. I think that it is very befitting to be wise with taking care of our homes and today and making sure that we are well stocked up. In the case of any supply chain shortage or anything is disrupted in the supply chain, these are 10 things that you should have in your kitchen that will give you some basic staple meals and things throughout the day that you and your family can eat. So if you want to listen to those 10 things that I want to advise you on, stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, first is beans. You want to stock up on dried beans, whatever variety of dried beans you and your family eat. Dried beans. I usually get the 2-pound bags in beans. I don't buy the little 1-pound bags generally because we're a family of 7. I have 6 children. So I stock up on the 2-pound bags. Stock up on whatever size bag you need, but make sure you stock up. I like for my stock up numbers to at least start at 10. At least 10 items. That will at least be 10 meals for you. So just think of it that way. If you stock up on 10 things in whatever size according to your family, you will definitely have 10 meals to go with this. You cannot go wrong with dried beans. For kidney beans, you can do red beans and rice. For the great northern beans you stock up on, you can do great northern beans, white beans and ham, or in some parts of the country, some cultures in our United States make white bean soup. So those right there are 2 very, very delicious beans that you can stock up on. And there are so many other beans too. If you're not familiar with making things with dried beans, maybe this is an opportunity for you to begin looking up recipes and getting acquainted, getting familiar with those things and starting to make some of these things here in January 2023 for your family, so that everybody can get acclimated to what some of the yummy and delicious dried beans taste like. Of course, the beans are not dried when you eat them. Number 2 on the list is pasta. You want to stock up on probably your 4 major pastas if you do use that much pasta. But in my house, I like to stock up on my 4 major pastas that I use. I like to stock up on my thin spaghetti. I stock up on my penne pasta. I like to stock up on my elbow macaroni, and I also like to stock up on linguine and angel hair pasta. So you want to stock up on whatever pastas you use. I just pick penne just for show, but you want to stock up on at least 10 of each of those also. For an average dish that I would make with pasta, I usually use 2 pounds. So if the box comes in a 1 pound like this, I'm probably going to be using 2 of these in one meal. So think of that accordingly. How much do you use generally in the meals that you make? If you use 1 pound, then stock up on 10. But if you are like me and you have a larger size family, stock up on a little bit more than these. And make sure it's an even number if you use 2. Okay, and number 3, next you want to stock up on some dry milk. Now, this is not something that you need to use in your household every day. I know some people like to use it, but my list today is specifically talking about things to stock up on for emergency situations. You know, should anything be disrupted in our everyday way of shopping, living, grocery store. And we know that in the past year or so, we have experienced some disruptions in our supply chain. For me and my family, even though we homestead and we have livestock on our little farm, we do not raise any animals for milk purposes. So I do my due diligence, and I like to stock up on some dry milk. I also stock up on dry butter. If you can find it, I think I find my dry butter on Amazon from the same company, Augustin Farms, not sponsored. But yes, you want to stock up on some dry milk because that can be so versatile. It's usually just adding water, and in an emergency situation where you may not have electricity, but you need some milk, maybe for whipping up some cornbread or eating breakfast, or maybe making some butter. Dry milk is something that is very, very shelf stable for 10, 20 years out to come, and maybe even more. Okay, so next we have number 4 on the list, which is actually 2 items, but I'm going to lump them together because they're often used together. You have baking powder and baking soda for number 4. And I am advising that you put this on your stock up list because a lot of things that you make in the kitchen, especially baking, requires baking powder or baking soda, or maybe even both. So get your mighty 10 with both of these and stock up for your family. Next, number 5 on our 10 kitchen stock ups for 2023 that you want to get is your oatmeal and also your hot cereals. If you have any other hot cereals or brands that you like to eat for breakfast, definitely stock up on your breakfast items for your emergency stock up, your extended stock up for your home to make sure that your family eats in case of anything funny shmoney going on or any emergency situation. Stock up on your mighty 10, your oatmeals, and I also stock up on, for us, the Farina cereal. You might know it as cream of wheat if you can still find it in the stores. I cannot find cream of wheat in my local area. And I actually like these tin cans that August and Forum sells theirs in on Amazon. So I like to stock up on it in these cans. It's very shelf stable for a longer period of time than a cardboard box of this would be. So those are my 2 things for number 5. Stock up on your breakfast items, your oats, your brands, and your hot cereals. Okay, and number 6 on the list, the top 10 for you stocking up in your kitchen for 2023 is canned chicken breast. Yes, canned chicken breast. And I'm going to even add to this canned tuna if you guys are tuna eaters. So I will stock up on your canned chicken, your canned tuna, because they're high in protein. And these are things like, because they're in the can and they're sealed, they are shelf stable for a very long time. Great, great, great for whipping up really quick things. Chicken salad. You can open a can of canned chicken breast and you can grill this over open fire, should you not even have any electricity, and throw some seasonings on it and make some chicken tacos, chicken fajitas. There's a lot that you can do with canned meats, canned chicken breast. So get you some canned chicken breast for your top 10 stock up, okay? Next, number 7 is canned soup. Goes without saying, because in the heat of an emergency moment, you might not really have time to throw something together or to, cook and prep for an entire meal. Canned soups are the way to go. Make sure you stock up on enough of these. I like to have a running stock up of at least 4 cans per person in my home. So you do the math for your home and do your due diligence. Stock up on your mighty 10 or plus more for these. 4 cans per person. Number 8 on the stock up list, I'm going to throw in applesauce. And the reason why I'm throwing in applesauce is because when you have children in the home, you're not just eating your 3 meals a day, you're snacking in between. And applesauce is something that you can eat, especially during the off season of, apples, especially if you don't own any type of apple orchard. We did plant apple trees on our property, but they unfortunately have not been producing yet. So we're still waiting on your apple trees. We're still waiting. Anyway, until then, until we get the over and abundance of our apples where we're canning our own apples and all of those good things, we're going to go to the grocery store and we're going to keep stocking up on our mighty 10 for our apple sauce. Number 9 on my list is flour and cornmeal. I don't have those items with me because I have already stocked up my pantry with those items. And so just know that number 9 is flour, cornmeal. 2 very basic things, 2 very highly sought staples in the kitchen that you can use to make virtually much of your meals. Cornmeal and flour are the basis of any of your batters if you're going to be doing some frying. Flour for some roux or gravies. Cornmeal can take you a long way with making cornbread and other things like that. So there are so many things. Those 2 things are so versatile. Make sure you're doing your due diligence and you're stocking up on those things also. If you're getting the average 5-pound bag that they're sold in the grocery store. Make sure you are getting your Mighty 10 also on those things. And finally, last but not least, number 10 on the list is rice. You want to stock up heavily on your rice, especially if you guys are rice eaters. There are so many meals that can be made over rice, with rice, soups with rice in it. You want to stock up on your rice. For us, I stock up on this is an 18-pound bag. I usually do 18 to 20-pound bags, nothing less than that. And it's usually cheaper to buy the bigger bags for the weight that you get in the bag. So there's so much that you can do with rice. You don't want to go without it. Make sure that it is one of those very tough duty bags that have already been sealed. You can feel the stitching and whatnot so that nothing can get into the bag. And these usually keep for a very long time. You can also store these in food grade buckets. You can open it and pour it into those. Or you can keep your bag sealed and you can store it into your food grade bucket likewise. So yes, number 10 is rice. Get some rice for your family and put it in your stock up area. So I hope that you enjoyed the list of 10 stock ups that I think you should stock up on in your kitchen for 2023 for your family's home stock up area. Please do not sleep on stocking up for your family this year. 2022 should have been the year that everybody was pretty much wising up and beginning to have a better stock up plan for their families, which inevitably will aid you in being less dependent on exterior outside stores and things like that in the case of an emergency or anything going down for you personally, even in your own life. Stocking up is very important. And also it keeps you from running back and forth to the stores to buy these things. It helps you to save on gas, even in normal times, everyday life. And so, yeah, stocking up it is the biz, honey. Get on your stock up plan. Get on your Titus 2 game in your home. Look well to the ways of your household, okay? If you enjoyed my vlog today on the 10 stock ups that you should have in your kitchen, I hope that you would hit that like for your girl. I hope that you would subscribe if you have not subscribed already. What are you waiting on? And also, I hope that you would leave a comment down below, even if you have any other items that you feel, community, that you feel are necessary to be stocking up on. Also, let's make a dialogue of it down below in the comments. I'm excited to hear what you all have to offer also to the list of stock ups for 2023. Let's not leave our families wanting in 2023, okay? Let's take care of our homes. Until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.